Trojan family, Trojan gang. Fight on Forever's in the building. In this game week. So we could do a little mock game week and go over position battles between USC, right, and LSU. Now I'm gonna spin this off two fans, right? Two fans was talking about breaking down, the position battles between USC and LSU, and I thought it was very interesting, to say the least, on how they feel with position battles versus the team, right? So I'm gonna tell you what USC fans is thinking, what some USC fans is thinking, and what some LSU fans think as far as the competition battle, right? As far as position battle, right? So I want y'all to let me know what y'all think in the comments as well. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of smart USC fans, LSU fans. There's a lot of smart fans that be in the comments. So I want to know what y'all think. But it's one that I heavily disagree with. And Tommy the Trojan, he said that the quarterback position, LSU slightly. And the LSU fan feel like quarterback, LSU slightly. What are y'all watching? What am I missing with Nussmeier? Like, what am I missing with Nussmeier? Like, if I'm going off the bowl game, how is Nussmeier better than Miller Moss? Wasn't that Nussmeier first game starting? I think he got like more garbage time, right? But wasn't that his first game starting? And we look at they both one and only starts. How is Nussmeier better than better than Miller Moss, Tommy Trojan, and this LSU fan right here? Like, the quarterback LSU slightly, like, fast. Am I missing something? Did Nussmeier toss 6 TDs? I know they both was 4 stars coming out of high school, right? But high school don't really matter, right? I know they both set for a while, right? I just think Nussmeier got more garbage time. I don't count garbage time. You coming in at the end of the game, you ain't got no rhythm. You coming in and playing a game that nobody's even interested in no more. Either there's people that's trying to pass stats, or they just trying to make it to the end of the game, right? Without getting hurt, right? So educate me, right? I've been studying up on LSU. I'm not the expert, but what I seen is that was Nussmeier only true first start as well, right? So how is Nussmeier slightly better than Miller Moss when Miller Moss looked whack through 6 tutties? What did Nussmeier do? Throw 3? If we going off they starts, there's no way. At best, you could say it's even. So I disagree with both. Like, ain't no LSU slightly quarterback, USC slightly, if anything. Especially with Lincoln Riley calling his plays, you got to factor that in, who he got as coach. Because the coach going to affect the performance of the quarterback, especially if the coach is an offensive coordinator, right? Then they talk about the running back position, right? The USC fan feel like it's even. LSU feel like they got that by a long shot, right? Now, all running backs, Woody Marks, we saw him get loose on LSU, right? Like, Woody Marks already ran on y'all LSU, and y'all got a weaker defense this year, in my opinion, especially in the trenches, right? So they might have a better running back, but I don't know. I mean, Woody Marks is a baller, and Quentin Joyner is a baller, right? But I would probably give them the edge based on the fact that they probably got the slightly better run game when it comes to the offensive line, and their coach is going to run it more. We know Lincoln Riley is going to sling the pill around. As far as talent, I say it's even with Tommy Trojan, but I feel like LSU running backs over the season, this game, I don't know, over the season they might perform better, right? Then the wide receiver room, both fan bases, both these guys, and I've been looking at it, like, feel like they didn't did their homework on our wide receivers, and they knowing, like, okay, that one guy dude that I forget his name, he reviewed the game and he was breaking down Miller Moss' performance. And they see our wide receivers as beastie. They know they lost some. They know they lost Neighbors and Thomas, they two best wide receivers, right? They know our wide receiving core is better than theirs. And for them to admit that, you know it's better than theirs for sure. So to me, them knowing our wide receiver core is lesser than ours, that lets you know our DBs, they've been going against better talent in practice than when they gonna face in the game. So it's gonna be easier for them in the game, right? So expect our DBs to do their thing. I know I am, right? Tight ends, everybody saying LSU by far. I mean, I agree. I mean, we ain't really used a tight end like that since Lincoln Riley been here. But I agree for now, maybe because LSU more proven, but the young talent, Walter Matthews and Joey Osen, like, what if Walter Matthews is killing? Everybody just want to know in practice about the defense too deep, right? Nobody really talking about the tight end. What if Walter Matthews is just like he look on film, that 6'7" tight end, like that kills, that's a matchup nightmare, or Joey Osen. But I get in the edge, right? But I feel like we got more talent at that position and maybe not ready. Old tackle, of course, it's LSU, right? Of course, it's LSU for the offensive tackle. I like Elijah Page. He young. He an NFL prospect yet. We know they got Campbell and Jones. Even though I feel like Jones could be had sometimes. Like, Jones is good, but Jones could be beat. Offensive guard, the fans like LSU, right? So it's like the lines, the tackles, the guards, USC fans feel like LSU better. They only feel like we better at center. So if both sides saying that, okay, I'll take that. They got the better offensive line, right? So I agree with that. They got a better offensive line. It's more proven. And that's because our offensive line it's not proven. But as far as talent and they talent coming out of high school, ours is up there. You know what I'm saying? So they O-line is more seasoned, right? And more expected and more proven. But it won't be shocking if our offensive line, if Elijah Page, like at the end of this year, Elijah Page might be an NFL prospect just like Campbell and Jones, right? Pregnon as well. And you see the USC fans say, I like Pregnon more than Frazier. Okay. Center, we know we got an NFL center, Monheim. That's by far, right? Now, let's get into the defensive tackles. This fan said USC slightly. You know, we got Bear Alexander, Gavin Meyer. That's two proven players with the potential of Kobe Pepe breaking out. Now, the LSU fans say toss-up. Now, if they giving this a toss-up, then that lets you know that they D tackles is weak, right? Because we got question marks at D tackle too. A lot of potential, but the only one we know for sure that's going to ball is Bear Alexander, right? For sure. We've been hearing a lot of great things in practice, though. Don't expect this Bear to be balling, but that's the only thing for sure. So if the LSU fans talking about that's a toss-up, then I know that they ain't that comfortable at that position. So that's why I feel like, I hope we run the ball a little more than normal, right? To take advantage of their defensive line, especially on the inside. And I believe we can with Pregnon, Jonah Monheim, and Alani Noah. Pregnon is a big boy, big, physical, strong. Alani Noah, a big boy, and Jonah Monheim. They could lean on people. So if the LSU fans knowing that they deep tackle position, they ain't that confident, then it's something there. We need to lean on that, and we need to test that, because they're going to try to test ours. They're going to try to test our question mark, so we need to test theirs as well, right? Edge, USC slightly, yes, because Harold Perkins being moved to linebacker. The LSU fans feel like LSU slightly. I like Braylon Shelby, Jamil Muhammad, and a possibility of a Cameron Fountain or even a DJ Peavy. People forgetting about him. I take USC slightly, not because I'm a homer, because I feel like we deeper. Linebacker, I gotta give it to LSU by a little bit. They got Harold Perkins. We ain't got nobody that's that dominant as Harold Perkins, right? Even though Mascarenas Arnold, he great against the run. Now I would take Mascarenas Arnold if I knew I need a linebacker to go downhill and make a play and get physical, right? I'll take Arnold. But overall, sideline to sideline, everything combined, like it's Perkins, right? So since they got the star at the linebacker position, I get that to them as well. Cornerback USC by far. Quarterback should be USC by far. I don't know what this LSU fan talking about, but cornerback, oh no, he didn't do his homework. That let me know right there he didn't do his homework, bro. Like, you couldn't if you thinking they corners is better than our corners. Like, I know practice ain't everything, but them dudes was giving up bombs in practice. Like, they corners were getting torched by they wide receivers, minus Malik Neighbors and Thomas. Like, Malik Neighbors and Thomas ain't there no more, and they DBs getting torched. You see our DBs in practice, they sticky coverage. Our receivers is fighting for everything and go back to the receiver room. So the LSU fans admit that our receiver room is better than theirs. But if you pay attention, our DBs been giving our wide receivers hell in practice. They DBs who playing against a lesser competition facing they wide receiver corps begin torch. So if LSU wide receivers could torch USC DBs, if LSU wide receivers could torch LSU DBs, ain't no way they DBs is finna stop our wide receivers. And ain't no way they DBs better. The Cardinal Nicholson, he's going to the NFL. He's going to get drafted to the NFL. Humphrey is too. And Jacoby Covington is too. And Greedy Vance probably will too. Like, come on now. We got the DB advantage by far. And we got the safety advantage by far. We got the secondary on lock. Right? We got the secondary on lock. So, my keys to this game. Let's get to the keys to the game, right?